Hello this is Fancy, and I'm looking at your final design. And I mentioned in the feedback comments that in addition to seeing some pathways that seem to gradate within, it almost seems like you're trying to gradate across too. So I just wanted to point out the two differences as you move on to another project. So when I look at these dark pathways, for example, um, you are using maybe, I'm looking, one, two, three, four of the same colors throughout the entire length of the pathway, and they're evenly distributed throughout the pathway. So they're not really gradating, at least in the way that my eye is following them. One pathway that does seem to be gradating a bit is, and if I'm following it correctly, is this one that starts out kind of lighter and gradates to middle values, but it kind of stays there. So this one might be gradating from light to middle to dark within the pathway, but then it stays in the dark, or maybe it goes under this one and starts to gradate back to light again. So this might be an example of gradation within the pathway, but a lot of these do not gradate within the pathway. Oops, sorry. As far as gradating across pathways, you can see the kind of dark, medium, light, back to medium. Dark, kind of middle gray, like, or upper, lower gray, middle, back to light, but then it jumps to dark. So I think working on your gradations more would be helpful. In these lighter areas, there's a little bit of overallness because there's some high contrast between colors that are next to each other. So the better the vanishing boundaries, the lower the contrast will be in colors that are next to each other, and therefore the better and smoother the gradations will be through the vanishing boundaries, and the less the overallness will be as well. So I just wanted to point those two things out to you, and that's it.